Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing on YouTube if you're not subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Lastly, don't forget to leave your opinions in the comment section. Let's continue this discussion over there. Without further delay, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The name of Special Advisor, Information and Strategy to President Bola Tinubu, Bayo Onanuga, has been invoked in an allegation that the life of the National Secretary of the African Democratic Congress, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, is under threat. The claim, which was made by the loyalists of a former Osun governor under the name Aregbesola-endorsed Omoluabi progressives, is contained in a statement the group's spokesperson and Organizing Secretary, Oluwaseun Abosede, released. I recall that Aregbesola has been up against disparagement from pro-Tinubu people from the southwest for pitching tent with coalition opposition against President Bola Tinubu, who he used to be under before differences between them descended into conflict. A statement from his loyalists referencing several instances has now said the former Interior Minister's life is under threat. The statement reads in full: The Omoluabi progressives is deeply alarmed by what appears to be a coordinated attempt to politically and physically eliminate the former Minister of Interior and former Governor of Osun State, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. In recent weeks, we have witnessed a disturbing escalation of incendiary remarks, veiled threats, and direct state-backed actions targeting its person. Taken together, these developments raise genuine fears that a sinister agenda is being orchestrated to silence him permanently under the guise of politics. On 23rd July 2025, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho declared at a rally in Yoruba, Ile Omu Won, the land will consume them, a statement widely understood as a call for violence against Ogbeni Aregbesola. This was followed on the 2nd of August 2025 by a veiled threat circulated on social media through the amplification of a post by journalist Mayor Akinpelu, endorsed by presidential spokesman Mr. Bayo Onanuga, which suggested that Aregbesola would face dire consequences for his political independence. He wrote in that infamous article, inter alia, no man could repay good with evil and get away with it. The rhetoric intensified on 14th August 2025 when journalist Gboko Ebiri openly called for Aregbesola to face the wrath of Yoruba land and branded him a sellout who must be made an example of. Such incitement of violence has no place in a civilized democracy. Worryingly, these verbal attacks soon escalated into physical repression. On the same day, 14th August, police operatives with an armored personnel carrier disrupted the African Democratic Congress rally in Shagamu, Ogun State, where Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola was scheduled to lead the campaign for the House of Representatives by-election candidates, Honorable Solomon Oluwaseun. The venue was vandalized, equipment seized, and Ogbeni Aregbesola himself was obstructed from accessing the event. The attempt by the police to downplay these incidents only deepens public suspicion. It is becoming increasingly clear that this pattern of coordinated attacks, from inflammatory rhetoric to physical obstruction, represents nothing less than what analysts have described as the anatomy of assassination politics. We align with the position of a coalition of Odua self-determination groups, which has condemned these threats in the strongest terms. As its chairman, Dayo Ogunlana, rightly stated, the Yoruba nation must never allow intimidation and violence to replace healthy political contest. Ogbeni Aregbesola's contributions to the Yoruba people from his reconciliation efforts within the Odua People's Congress in the past to Its developmental strides in Osun and Lagos remains indelible. Ogbeni Aregbesola committed no offense in choosing his independent political path, and his constitutional and democratic rights should be respected. We therefore warn, in the clearest possible terms, that any plot to harm Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola will be resisted by the people. Those behind these plots must desist immediately. The safety, dignity, and political rights of Yoruba leaders must not be sacrificed on the altar of opportunism. We call on well-meaning Nigerians to take note of the rhetoric by appointees and supporters of President Bola Tinubu and urge the relevant security agencies to ensure that democracy is not desecrated by threats, intimidation, and violence. Any further escalation will not only endanger Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola but also destabilize the peace and unity of Yoruba land. Signed by Oluwaseun Abosede, spokesperson and Organizing Secretary, Omoluabi, Progressives. You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section, guys. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think that, there is more to this allegation other than, just, the usual political rhetorics that we usually see when, it's going towards the election period? I don't think there's any harm. You were once in support of somebody and then you decided to tread your own path and go your own way. I don't think there's any crime for it. I don't think that it's right for any politician to come out and start threatening somebody because you think that the person has betrayed Tinubu, your boss, or you think that the person has no right, to tread their own path, in politics, or because probably they were introduced to politics by Tinubu, because Aregbesola was introduced to politics by Tinubu, or Tinubu helped in one way or the other. He worked with Tinubu in Lagos State. Tinubu also helped him in becoming governor of Osun State, and then he was also minister after that. I don't think there's any harm in it. People can agree or disagree. Like I always say, there's no permanent enemy or permanent friends in politics. You might be surprised tomorrow, all these people that are threatening Aregbesola, they might be surprised and shocked to later find out that, Aregbesola will go to Tinubu and beg, and then they become friends again. And Aregbesola, who is, forming coalition against Tinubu, might tomorrow decide to join APC. And then they will let bygones be bygones. It is only women that would, that would have misunderstanding, and they will really find it difficult to put that aside and forge forward. But men are wired differently. You guys, like I said, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.